Hello Buccaneers and welcome to Paints and Sinners. Today we are going to paint a goblin. I have them here. So maybe I should have painted some elves from the Glade Guard. Got quite a few views of the unboxing montage video of that, but I needed a break. I started painting a bunch of the elves, batch painting. I didn't want to do any more batch painting videos. So here we are breaking it off with Goblin Wizards. That's what they are. I painted one of them already. Now I'm gonna paint one more. I haven't decided 100% yet which one of them. They are quite cool, all of them. But I do want to say that the next video will be one of the characters of the Glade Guard, probably like the leader. I was thinking I'm gonna do one video with the leader, one with the musician, one with the standard bearer, and then maybe one where you can see how I painted the rest of the lot of Glade Guards. Yeah. But here we are with Goblin Wizards for the Old World or for Warhammer Fantasy Battle. Which one should I choose? Very cool, very cool. I think I was thinking about this one. I like this one. He is absolutely nice. I just don't know which colors I should use, but we'll figure something out. I'm guessing. That's a hot shot. That's one of the favorites. They're all cool, but this one is fun as well. Very fun. I'm guessing, you know, hunting for material. I will probably paint them all sooner or later. Oh, that was an angry goblin. He looks really evil. I like that. But I think I'll go with that one that I pointed out. So I'm going to start off with two thin coats, Cold Corpse Blue. And that's going to be used for his robe and his hat, I'm thinking. And it's just to start painting, you know. The paint is on the palette. I don't think I've ever used this color before. So this can be exciting. How am I going to highlight it? I don't know. Maybe another blue. Maybe I'll just mix in some gray or white in the existing color. See how that looks. We'll just have to see. Right? We'll just have to see. Maybe it will be a little bit more visible for you if I paint this part where he is more white than black. You can see it's a really dusky color, I would say. So I'm gonna do some gold details, and it's two thin coats Heirloom gold that I will be using. There isn't that much gold on this gnome, I almost said, the goblin. I'm thinking the moon will be gold. And then his, what do you call that? His cufflinks? It's not called cufflinks. I don't remember what it's called. Bracelets? Is that the name? Maybe. Maybe not. And as you can imagine, I am painting that before I'm doing the skin of the gobbo. And there's a reason for that. Because with the blue, I've already painted some on his skin. So I will need to fix that up with some white or gray before I start applying the skin color, I think. So I'm trying to paint smart here. I'm not sure I'm succeeding, but maybe once in a wild moon. Here is the gobbo with all the gold details applied. I decided to paint the little moon and the skull on his staff gold as well. Not sure if there's anything else that should be gold. I'm not sure, but the moon is gold, and his bracelets or whatever it's called is gold as well. And you can see the reason why I painted this first, because I painted on his arm as well. So I'll have to mask that sooner or later. So slowly getting down. I'm still not sure which color I should use for the highlights of his robe, but maybe some blue or maybe even purple. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. So I was thinking I'm gonna do the bone parts. He has the skull and the bones there. That's a skull. I think that's a skull. That's a skull. He has some bones on his back, so it's quite some bony parts, so to speak. And I figured, I've never tried this before, but I figured I'm gonna use these two colors. So using two thin coats, Skeleton Legion as a base, and then maybe a slight highlight with TTC Dragon Fang. Might work, might not, I don't know. I haven't tried before. I'll just try to... You're not gonna see the full paint job of this. You'll see it afterwards. But I need some kind of magnifications for this small goblin. To do some more details, I really need a magnification. I can film with the magnification, but it's a bit dodgy, tricky, you know. Tricky. Okay, so I have painted the bone parts, quite a few actually, and I have highlighted them, but it's not that big difference between Skeleton Legion and Dragon... What was it? Dragon Bone? Dragon Fang, sorry. But they are highlighted. I'm thinking that there will be more room for highlights after I have used some wash on the bone. But I was thinking about painting the staff, and I picked out two thin coats Ancient Forest. So I know that wood isn't this dark if you scale off the bark, right? But let's say you don't scale off the bark. But brown is a good color, right? Not sure if I'm gonna use some wash on it or highlight it, I'm not sure. I just don't know. You can see it looks like this. Not sure if this will be the exact color once it's dried up, but I guess we will see. I think it's bone in the little basket is carrying as well. And it's a weird going there. I'm not sure what that is. Alright, so it looks okay, I think, so far. So good. Now I'm gonna paint the straps here. I'm not sure what the heck is hanging from the staff. Is that bones as well? Probably. And it might have been bones in his necklace as well. It's a lot of bones. But anyway, I'm going to paint the straps first, and I'll be using Bootstrap Brown. Not sure if that's the best color, but that's what we'll be using. We'll use some washes here as well to get some shadows, and then maybe highlights after that, I don't know. I have no idea. I just make it up as I go along. Something like that. Okay, so I've done some work on the Night Goblin, mostly details. Filling in bones, you could say, and fixing some mistakes. Then I discovered, I thought, let me grab this one so I can point out. I thought that was a skull, but it's not. It's a little, I don't know what it is, demon or something that has this spot on his back that's clinging on to the goblin's bone. And it's, I discovered by looking at the official Warhammer shop, whatever, where they had a painted version of this one. So I figured I'm gonna paint him with rust orange from Two Thin Coats. I also think he has a small golden ring. I'm not sure if that's attached to like the Night Goblin's Gone or whatever it's called, or if it's attached to him, I don't know. Anyway, rust, here we come. He is really small. I mean, the goblin isn't big, but this little creature is, of course, even smaller. I'm gonna need to do this off camera. It's so small and it's not very clear, but and I think I'll have to paint him at least a couple of times with this paint. But I'll do that off camera and you'll see later how it comes out. So as you can see, he is now orange or rust colored. Might need to go over that one more time, I'm not really sure. But the bucket that he's carrying on his back looks like silver on the Warhammer page, but I thought I'm gonna paint it grey with Tooth and Coat's Dungeon Stone Grey. So let's do it. You can see, started there. It's so tiny, so much details. I'll need to do this off camera again. Now, there have been some misses by me that I'm gonna remedy. And by misses I mean where it should be a light color before we apply any other color. And I'm gonna do that with Ivory Tusk. It's off-white. When you look at it alone, so to speak, it almost looks white, but I think the correct description is off-white. Maybe? Like, just... Oh, this is so... picky. Some gold on his wrist here. That is so hard to fix, especially when I need to hold him in a specific angle, so to speak. Yeah, I'm not sure this will be good captured, so to speak, because I'll have to do this off camera. They are so tiny, these goblins, you know. So, but you don't miss much. I'm just fixing the misses, like I said, a bracelet here. You can see that I have some gold on his wrist or arm, some blue on his ears, like here, and small stuff like that I'm gonna fix. Alright, some fixes done, even more so. But what now? Now I'm gonna paint red. I'm gonna use two different paints, part for his mouth and part for what I think is fungus that is carrying on the back. And the reds I'm using is light red is demon red and the darker red is scarab red. So how will that work? Great, I hope, at least. You know what? I'm not gonna use scarab red. I just remembered it's metallic for some reason. So it's not suitable for a goblin's mouth. I'll go for sanguine scarlet instead for the dark red. Actually. So for the darker red I was thinking inside his mouth. It's not that much space to paint his mouth actually, but there are some. I think we'll go for the darker red, which was, what was the name? Sanguine Scarlet. Let's see here. I'm trying to keep my magnifying glass available at the same time as I'm shooting, and that's not the easiest thing to do. Well, actually that's almost complete. Like that, and maybe a little on the other side as well, maybe just a hint like that. Should we have it in the back as well? Yeah, I guess so. Not sure if I need to use the dark red on those funguses. Or maybe I should and then just do a highlight with the brighter red. We can always try. It can't go other than wrong, right? Oh, this is hard. Painting this small guy. And at the same time shoot. And I don't know why I almost whisper. That just comes automatically when I try to concentrate. You know what? I'll do this off camera as well. It's so tiny. So, now I'm gonna paint the goblin skin. And I will not be using the 2 thin coats color range, but Army Painter Speed Paints Gilly Dew. Used this on goblins before and it looks good, according to me. It's really green. Alright, so this is the goblin as he stands right now. Some fixes, some highlights, some stuff done. But now it's time for the shades, I think. But I'm not going to do that right now because it's really hot outside. You see the white color coming off here? I think that's because the heat. It's almost a little bit sticky. So I don't think it's perfect environment, perfect time for painting, so to speak. But he's grounded, I almost said. He's based, more or less. I think this is okay, actually. A bit dark maybe, but he is a Night Goblin, right? So yeah, shadings up next and then maybe some highlights after that. And then we are good to go to war, I guess. So I hope I recorded when I used the flesh wash on the gold details on this one. It sounded a bit strange from the camera, but I hope so. But now I figured we're gonna use something completely different. And what we are going to use is Battle Mud Wash for some brown details. I'm using it for bones right now on this little skull. Get them somewhat dirtied, weathered, maybe even. So I'll also be using some archaic sepia wash. I think this is roughly the same as Seraphim sepia. And I'm gonna apply that. Well, I've never used this before. So we'll just apply it wherever we feel it's needed. Getting some on the bones as well. Maybe that'll add some more variation. Kind of want him to be a bit rough and dark, you know. That's cool in my book. Get some on the pooch on his back as well. Never done this before. This is really maybe it's too watered out. You can't see any red whatsoever. Yeah, that's really hardly any red coming at all. I don't know if that's okay. I'm really not sure. I think it'll have to be something like this. I think I'm gonna be okay with this. And now we are going to base him. Now we are going to base the goblin. And the fun thing is that I mean, it could have been a cleaner paint job, right? But I don't know. But I mean, he is covered in dark colors, so it is what it is. But I have 2 new basing materials here. And one is Kodama Wood's base cover. And the other one is what it's called Tales from a Forest Moon. Let's open both and see what they look like. This is Tales from a Forest Moon. That's really cool. But it seems it's a little bit too big for a goblin. Oh, it's just popping out. I think that is a little bit too big for a small goblin. He can't handle it. And the Kodama. Let's see here what that looks like. Maybe it's too big as well. Oh, but look at this. This is quite cool actually. We're gonna try this. Now I'm just wondering, where is my glue? Let's get cracking. Should I do the skeletons a little bit lighter? I've already added one round of highlights on them. I think they look like old bones, you know, they decay. That's what old bones do. Here we go. Let's try and see what happens if we... Oh, should I just dip him? I usually do that. There he stands. All covered in Kodama forest, or whatever it was called. So this is crowd cover Kodama forest. I really like these sets of different basing material, because it allows you to just base quickly, really quickly. Then we can paint the rims. The rims! Let's paint the rims. I just need a black color, because that's nice. Where is my black colors? This seems nice. Doom Death Black. Doesn't get any more gloomy than that, I think. I don't think I used it for rims before. But with that name you can't go wrong. Maybe. I'm just talking nonsense. I'm just talking to entertain you. Look at that. Well, okay, here you have the goblin in all his pride, or whatever you say about goblins. I don't know. I'm quite happy with him. He's a little bit murky and dark, but I could have done more highlights, of course, but I don't know. And I don't have my spinny thing so I can show you to him like that, but we can spin him around manually and you can see him from all the sides. I really hope that my camera is zooming in on him correctly now. It sure looks like it, but I'll take some pictures just to be sure with my mobile phone as well. So, you know, blue, black almost, that's the colors of his robe, I would say. And, yeah, I don't know. Looks good enough to me. It was fun to paint. I like painting goblins, even if it's a bit tricky as well, you know. But it was fun. We also have the other 3 goblins left. I'm not sure if these are night goblins, all of them. I don't think so. I think it's only 1 or 2 that are night goblins, and the other ones are shamans. I'm not really sure. But they sure are fun. Fun minis. And I mean, you can't go too happy with the colors on a goblin either, right? Because that doesn't really fit the theme of a wild tribe of crazy little green goblins living somewhere, you know, in the dirt. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you liked my goblin, my night shaman. I like him. He's cool, I think. And it was fun to paint him. And I hope you liked the video. Please do subscribe if you like this. I'm just a guy painting. Absolutely no pro, never been, even though I started painting in the late 70s when I was, I don't know, 10 or something like that, 9, 10 I think. I just think it's fun to paint and play as well, of course, but paint is my thing. Sometimes it comes out good and sometimes it comes out less good, you know. It's a gamble. I don't know. Anyway, as said, I hope you liked the video and feel free to subscribe to give me some support. Maybe I should have done some more highlights on the bones as well, but now they are looking like old bones, and that's really fitting the style, I think. Anyway, whatever I was saying, subscribe, yeah, feel free to do, that's very much appreciated. You can comment and like the video, of course, to support my little channel here on YouTube. So that's it. I think that in the next video we'll go back to elves, because I got a lot of views on the Glade Guard video where I just show what's in the box and build, and I already started batch painting some of the standard elves, you know, those who are not a leader or a musician or a standard bearer. But I was thinking maybe we'll do something with that for the next video, I think, unless I come up with something even more funny. But I need to get those elves painted. So until then, keep the brush wet. That's a sorry excuse of a goodbye sentence or tag. I don't have a good tagline. What the heck should I have for tagline? All the big channels have a tagline, except me. But I'm not a big channel either, right? Look at me, just talking away. Anyway, hope you liked the video and live well and prosper with the acrylic colors. That was even worse than the first try. So I'll just say thanks again and see you in the next video, and goodbye.